Hi, Pugmug. Welcome back to the Dimitri Has Ideas channel. Pugmug. Alright, I am actually stoked to make this video because I think there's a lot of blanketed advice when it comes to like, here's how to build a personal brand, and nobody really gets into like the details and the nitty gritty of it all. It's exactly what I'm going to do. So just like a quick little roadmap of what this video is. I am going to kind of go over unique products that I've been using for marketing, building the personal brand, things that make me stand out, things that make me unique. And then I'll kind of walk through the programs that I use for content creation and how I utilize them in a unique, creative way with specific references and details of that. And then after that, I might just start talking about how much I love Five Guys burgers and fries, because low-key I've wanted one all day and I have not had one, and I'm kind of like, it's like 9, I should get one. But anyway, all right, let's do this. So first things first, let's talk about some camera gear that I use that I think has really been a beneficial factor for me. All right, so first things first, you're listening to it right now. It's my Rode mics. So they come in this little package, and these are specifically the Rode mic wireless go-tos. These are super important. I literally have it clipped to the podcast mic, which I literally never even use this. It's literally just for aesthetics. So maybe this is also something that I use as kind of like, oh dude, it looks more official and legit. But in reality, I'm just clipping a Rode mic to the back of it and talking through it. I remember in one of my videos that went like crazy viral, people were like, how did you get the Rode mic? What is it? Like the USB NT to like actually make audio? And I was like, well, I don't know, I lied about it, whatever. But anyway, they're super useful, super beneficial, travel friendly. I use them literally in everything. And then I turn up the bass in Premiere Pro just to give it that more little like podcasty kind of sound. But that's it. So I don't want to beat that to death, but that's that. Next thing is going to be lens effects. So this is by Prism Lens Effects, and it's the Dream Filter. So if you can see this little dust particle, but this thing is a boss. It's one of my favorites. And so what this does is basically creates a little film look. So look here, I'm actually just going on here like this, and look, now the highlights are a little bit more glowy, beautiful, whatever. I use this all the time in broad daylight, and again, it gives me some unique look, especially when I'm doing like my outdoor content that looks like this. I'll be playing it next to me as I'm talking about this. Small things like this, again, are the actual difference, and people will comment and be like, dude, that just looks different, that looks nice. Trust me, when you start scrolling on Instagram, you will see a lot more of this type of halation type of effect. Cool, so that brings me to my next thing, which is going to be the use of the pencil and or props in my videos. So branding is very important, and branding as marketing is something that I talk about a ton with clients for personal brands, but also even for business and for larger scale brands. You've got to have something that inherently makes you unique. So even when I started, Pugmug was like a thing that I was using. I was like, dude, this looks kind of funny. I put this in my videos all the time. Then I ended up switching to the pencil because I found this in like a shop in Texas that was in like a super small town. And I was like, yo, that would be hilarious to use for content. So anyway, definitely find something that makes you unique and stand out. And what I started doing as well to also build like this brand, like I started having my clients use the pencil as well. I started like sending them links. I was like, yo, go buy a pencil, and like if you're gonna do educational content, use the pencil too, because there's something to it, right? So whether it's a tiny little coffee mug, pug mug, or the pencil, definitely a great idea to utilize something to stand out. The other thing I will say is this, even the use of the podcast mic, where you put it, even if I use glasses and things like this in my videos when I'm talking about something that's a little bit more in depth, or I want to look a little bit smarter, like that's also good branding for the personal brand. It sounds dumb, but it truly is a difference maker. Use of whiteboards, maybe like handwriting, your own handwriting, that can also be branding. So do not sleep on this stuff when you're putting this into your videos. Okay, on to the next thing. This is not really something that I utilize in a content fashion, but I love the Ray-Ban Metas. I think they're sick, and I really like it. Honestly, it's just a cool piece of tech. Like, let's be real. I bought them because I was sold on it, and I was like, fuck it. Great for BTS. I had a trip to Spain, and honestly, I had way too many drinks constantly, and I recorded just a bunch of BTS and like documented memes and stuff like that too. So honestly, what I think is cool though, if we were looking at these through like a content perspective, they do kind of allow you in a way to make content that looks like really unprofessional, because these aren't like the greatest and the quality isn't the most insane with these, but for stories and stuff like that, and just having a cool piece of tech, it works well. Also, these do double as sunglasses, so if you are looking for a pair of fucking super expensive sunglasses that also record video, go for it. That's it. Quickly, microfiber cloths. You gotta wipe your lenses off, man. Everybody, y'all sleeping on this. Y'all gotta wipe it. Stay clean. Okay, cool. This is one of my favorites. It's called a pocket dispo, and a lot of people try to emulate this film look constantly in post-production, which you can do, and we'll get to that later. But if you want it directly out of camera, grab a pocket dispo. They're like 50 bucks. You just slap it on your camera, and it's literally this big. It's this big, which is awesome for traveling, because the lens I have on this camera right now is massive, and it is heavy, and it is worrisome of, am I gonna break this? Because I travel literally all the time. So pocket dispo is sick for creating a film look very easily without any thought. Get a pocket dispo. Okay, cool. Little bonus for you guys. This is a brick. This thing is fire. This is my productivity hack. And what I do every night before I go to bed is I brick up. Pause. And what I do is I have it block TikTok and Instagram at night. So this is typically how I use it though. I use it obviously during the day, but like this has been the game changer for me. What do you do at night when you're trying to tune out, calm down, and you're laying in bed, and what are you doing? You're scrolling, and you end up being, it's 10, and then it's 11, and then it's 1 a.m., and then it's 3 a.m., and you're like, oh my God, I've just wasted my life, and now I have to get up in the morning and try to be creative, and I've overthought, and I've done everything. A quick tutorial, you have to tap it in order to unlock the apps. So I take this thing, and I fucking throw it in the next rooms, right? I put it either somewhere down in the kitchen, I hide it. So for me to then have to get on Instagram, I have to literally go downstairs, open up the coffee cabinet, and then tap this, which is a pain in the ass. So that means my mornings are way more productive. I'm not frying my brain with dopamine and people saying that they've made $4 million overnight on some drop shipping scam. Use a brick. Just use a brick. Do it. You will thank me later. And this is not sponsored by Brick. As a matter of fact, this video is actually brought to you by Artlist, and I will also get to that in a second. But that is it for like the things that I utilize on really a daily basis to help build a personal brand and push it forward. The next thing and next set of things is definitely going to be the programs. This is where I'll start talking about Artlist a little bit. They just released something called Artlist Tools, which is like, I swear to God, anything that can help you save time and minimize file sorting and having to go search for something for 10 minutes just to find one sound effect. It has it in the right place. So you know what, maybe this is a great time to actually like quick. So let me get Loom fired up real quick and we'll jump into Premiere and you'll be able to watch me kind of break this down in real time. Also, I just got a new MacBook and it's able to actually do all of this because the one I had before literally it died yesterday. So yeah, not a great time. We're all good. I just dropped $4,000 on a new laptop, so I'm not freaking out. Into Premiere Pro, let's do it. So check this out. We're gonna slide over here to Window, Extensions, and it's called Artlist Library. And so what this is a place where you can just literally search for music, sound effects, you can do voiceovers, and you can type your text and it'll automatically populate you with a file. So if I was like, damn, Dimitri is fire, right? I could just generate this real quick. Got it, generate, Keen is the name. And then I can literally just drag this directly into my timeline, which is insane. So there's no more file organization. Before you'd have to do all of this on a website, you'd have to find your music on a website, you'd have to search for it for like 30 minutes, then download it, and then put it in a folder, and then make sure that it's not just in your downloads, make sure it's in the hard drive in a specific folder, so when you go to open Premiere, it doesn't do the file locate thing, which is so annoying. That is lit. That is absolutely amazing. So like seriously, if I was trying to find like a whoosh that was sounding good, right? All I have to do is search for whoosh. They're probably gonna populate with some good ones. So cinematic routines, let's hear how this sounds. That sounds sick. So again, if I like that and I was creating a video right now, let's say I wanted to just throw that here. I can literally just drag this bad boy directly into the timeline. Now you will have to organize it over here, but this is a feature that is miles ahead of anything I've seen before. I'm stoked on it. So anyway, that is the look into Artlist Library. It's absolutely genius and worth any penny that you can spend, for real. Link in bio if you do want to save. There's 2 months for free for you. So let me know, try it out, and yeah, get in there, make some really good stuff. And honestly, the biggest thing is save time, buy back your time. I am a huge proponent of investing in anything that buys back my time. I do not have a lot of it, and honestly, I have to protect it because I definitely run the risk of creative strain very often. So again, platforms like this are amazing. So anyway, I'll stop beating that point to death. But what I will say is I just spit on my laptop and it's brand new. So come on, gotta watch what I'm doing there. I use Premiere Pro for everything. I use the Adobe Suite for everything. That is hands down, without a doubt, the best thing you can use, no debate. I am not a Final Cut Pro person, never have been, and I never will be. With that being said, I actually want to show you something else too. I use Ezra Cohen's happy editing text things, and you'll see that throughout like videos like this and this and this and this. I use this all the time. People are starting to catch on to it, but I remember I saw an ad for it really early and I was like, damn, that's lit. Don't sleep on that. Maybe there's others like Acid Bite and a couple others that you could find that are probably like, okay, cool. Like this is maybe something that can help build the brand. But that text now, to like for my brand, is like actually kind of a staple. So I'm gonna keep using it over and over and over. Love that. For other assets and stuff, like I dive into Motion Array Hub over here, and then I look for plugins. Their film grain is unreal. It's literally so unreal. So I use this. I also use CineStyle for kind of cropping and making it look very filmy. This is obviously very popular right now. So I like to use that. Also, the zoom blur is lit. This is so sick. I use it in this video right here. This is what it looks like. It's lit. It makes all the edges look really cool, and it's just awesome. So anytime I'm shooting outside, I'm definitely gonna utilize that to, again, be something that starts to build a brand visually. Having assets that are in your toolkit, like maybe 4 to 5 things that are directly unique to you. For example, Ezra Cohen's text is one of mine. The thing that I just said with Motion Array, the zoom blur on the edges, that is another one that I'm going to use. Film burns, high quality ones from Motion Array as well. Like these are ones that I use. And then my use of sound design, constantly changing the music every, I think like 20 seconds. That's another thing. So that's 4 things right there, opposed to any other props that I have in my video. So again, all these are like strategic branding moves that I'm constantly trying to make. So yeah, there's that. So Premiere Pro, great. Ezra Cohen's great. Artlist, great. Motion Array, great. The last thing you're also seeing me use right now is Loom. Loom is amazing. Loom is the best screen recording platform, hands down. So if I ever need super high quality B-roll, for example, I rip music videos all the time from YouTube. You can't just download them because most of the YouTube downloaders suck and they're not gonna give them high quality. Well, Loom, you can literally record your screen in 4K at this point. I can go put those assets back into my video with super high quality. So that is a hack I've been using for a very long time. And I've built out my own like library of Loom stuff. So next thing on our little list here is, well, I guess last. I use Claude AI. I do not use ChatGPT. Claude is awesome. We can pull it up real quick. I think we can just take it fast. So Claude is, I don't even know what this is. It's just way better. I think I'm logged in as com. Don't steal any of my info. If you do, I'll kill you. I can't say that. I will not kill you. I will just send you a very strongly worded message in the form of, I don't know. Maybe I'll send you a carrier pigeon. It's like, hey, stop being mean to Mia. I didn't get a verification code. I'm already signed up. Ugh. All right, now that we're in Claude, I want to show you how I utilize this. So for example, all the brands that I work with, I need a starting place for everything. I need a starting place for copywriting for websites. I need a starting place for email copy. I need a starting place for content sheet. I need these things. And again, notice how I've said starting place. This is not your final end all be all script. This is not like people doing that. It's so easy to tell and it's so dumb. Use it as a starting point and then utilize your creative juices up here to actually make something that humans would enjoy. Build me a marketing strategy, a content strategy for a new supplement company I'm working with that focuses on high quality, let's do expensive, high quality ingredients. It's gonna build me brand positioning, target audience segment, content pillars, all these different things. So now you could literally just take these frameworks and go apply it to your brand and business. Obviously ChatGPT can do the same thing, but again, I am not on that team. I'm on my own team and I like to use stuff that nobody else is using. And I also have found a way to kind of train this thing. Honest to God, that is a whole nother video because this is not even my login. I have a different one that is paid. So I do recommend honestly upgrading to the pro. But anyway, all that aside, that's it. That's all I got for you. So build your personal brand, save time with Artlist. Do not sleep on that. Yeah. Go make some incredible stuff. I believe in you. Thank you for listening to my very minimal TED Talk rant, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really into producing like insanely over-edited YouTube content. I like the feeling of being able to just sit and chat and, listen to this as you can. Hopefully you get some value out of it. Even if you got like one piece where you're like, you're right. The creative tools part that Artlist has is fun. Even if you walked away with something and you're just like, wow, yeah, that was actually kind of interesting. I do like the way that dude thinks. I think that I might go apply some of that. Anyway, I will stop rambling. I hope you have an amazing, amazing evening. Go be creative. Don't overthink it. And get a brick. Literally turn off. After you watch this, do not get on social media. That's it. Peace and love. Dimitri out. Talk soon.